Hey there, beautiful souls. We're just going to dive right into the card reading. Spirit said, hop on, deliver a message. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to head right to the Angel Tarot deck. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you to the collective. Please show us what it is we need to know for our highest and greatest good. Holy, that's a lot of cards. All right, well, we're just going to roll with it because it's 5:30 in the morning here, so I'm just going to roll with it, okay? First card that we have is Two of Fire. Beautiful soul, you are in alignment with what you're creating, what you're building, what you're manifesting. Spirit is saying you're grounded, you're anchored, you're rooted, okay? You've done a lot of work. Heart, as I look at the card, it's heart and solar plexus, right? But also too, with this Two of Fire, too, passion, there's something here about a collaboration, some type of partnership, okay? We're just going to head right to the other. Holy, these two cards were next to each other. Archangel Metatron, okay? Someone here has a really strong connection to like Archangel Metatron, to like sacred geometry. There's something here about what you're creating, what you're building, what you're manifesting is encoded. I just heard it is encoded with geometric symbols, or maybe you've been really drawn to like light codes, light language. We've got the Dreamer and Two of Fire. I'm telling you what you're creating, what you're building, what you're manifesting, Spirit is saying it's in alignment. It's anchored, it's grounded and rooted. And look at all that green. This is very heart-centered. Even your manifestations are very heart-centered. What I just keep being drawn to business, entrepreneurship. So whether you have a business right now, or you're thinking about starting a business, or you're expanding your business, Spirit is saying, don't let the illusions trick you, okay? Follow your dream, because your dreams are very heart-centered. Once again, what you're creating, what you're building, what you're manifesting, Spirit is saying it's in alignment. It's in alignment for abundance and prosperity. But there's something here about collaboration. Someone who is very much aligned with your heart center, with your dreams, with your vision. And we've got look at this, 0. This is about a reset. Whatever you've been doing in clearing, healing, and alchemizing, the way that you are dismantling the old system, and you're transforming the old system into new tools to create the new story, the new chapter, okay? I'm going to put my readers on for this. So we've got 3 of water here, and we've got 5 of earth. So there's been a lot of deep emotional healing. Once again, we have the number 3. You guys, when you see number 3, this is about another level of self-mastery, but this is also too, because you've done that internal work, because you have really balanced and healed the emotional body, you have the clarity. You have the clarity for stronger alignment with what you're creating and building, and it's putting you into alignment with the right people, being in the right place at the right time. Because the people that are coming in, they support. We've got 5 of earth. So earth, when we see these earth, this is about our material world. This is about career. This is about home. This is about manifestations, right? And we've got 5. Spirit is saying it's through this emotional healing that you have created a massive positive change. I know I keep saying this, but Spirit is saying you need to understand what you're creating, what you're building. The reason why certain areas had to be like very still, because this was part of the recalibration. Okay, this was part of the recalibration, because what you came here to do, it's not a one or done. This is very ancestral. This is lineage, not just for yourself, but other people. This is for, I just heard, this is for the long haul, okay? Oh my gosh, we've got Queen of Air and 8 of Water. Holy freaking canoe. Remember in the last few messages, Spirit is saying you are stepping in to that high priest era. This is about the divine feminine rising. This is about being fierce, being bold, but yet being compassionate, being forgiving. And Spirit is saying there's major emotional healing. We've got the 8 of water. So once again, abundance is coming in. And it's not just through the material wealth, it's abundance in sacred wealth and really embodying. And I had this conversation with my sister the other day. You know, the month of August, Spirit said it was all about movement, right? Movement. Not physical movement, mental movement, emotional movement, spiritual movement, like movement. Even the stillness is an action, is what I just heard. And it's through that you've done massive clearing out. And you've done surrendering to the receiving. Now what we're going to start experiencing right now from the time that you see this is embodiment. Okay, but also too with this Queen of Air, it says objective decision making, clearing away all that no longer serves you. Seeing the humor in situation, that is what you're doing. As you are embracing it, once again, it does not matter how you identify. You are so embodied in that divine feminine. And now what you're creating, because you created such a massive wave of healing, alchemization, expansion, and ascension. Spirit is saying new levels, but also too, it's what you've cleared away has created a whole new path where you are completely embodied in the balance. You are embodied in the alignment of your true divine essence, of the divine. Okay, we've got a lot of, so our next 2 cards are, again, we have 6 of air, 9 of fire. You guys, this is all about, it is through the clearing out that you have done. You have removed any mental, emotional abuse, limiting beliefs, the old teachings and programmings of your worth, your value. You heal that and you're anchored now. You are anchored in the embodiment of what you're creating, what you're building. Now I'm just seeing a phoenix rising from the fire. Spirit is saying you will always be that phoenix. You will always be that phoenix that rises above. Oh my God, I didn't even see this. Look at the dragon. The dragon, 9 of fire. I'm telling you what, it's through the clearing out that you have done, what you're creating, what you're building. Spirit is saying you're no longer going to be creating the old way. You're no longer going to be teaching the old way, serving the old way, receiving the old way. Okay. And then we've got 6 of air. So through these two cards, this is onward and upward. Spirit is saying things are taking a massive shift, and they're taking a massive shift upwards. Now there's going to be moments, Spirit is saying, is where things are going to be on a real quick pivot. Things are going to be in a accelerated motion. And then at times it's going to be like, oh, I was moving so fast and now it's part of the recalibration. Because I'm telling you what, through all these 2 fire cards, we've got 2 of fire, 9 of fire. It's through you leaving the old behind. It's through 9. You've completed an old karmic cycle. And now you're embodied in your passion. You're embodied in your purpose. You're embodied in your worth, in your value. And it's through the clearing out of the mental and emotional bodies, okay, that the manifestations are coming in. But whatever this business that you that you've already created, and your Spirit is saying there's ideas coming in to create more within this business. So it's like a business within a business, okay? Once again, seeing a tree with a lot of branches. And so you guys, it's 5:30 in the morning, so I had to grab my coffee cup, and I was shuffling, and the card was like this on my coffee, right? So that is funny. And look what it is. It is the 8 of fire. You're the caffeine. You're the caffeine is what I just heard. So we have this 8 of fire, another validation that it is the old life, the old way of being, the old way of like perceiving yourself is what I just heard. But you're really up on that observation deck. Spirit is saying, watch out. Watch out. Look at all these different colors. Your chakras are in alignment. I'm telling you what. Spirit is saying everything is moving exactly the way it's supposed to. You are in alignment. What you're creating, what you're building, what you're manifesting, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and financially, it is yours. It is unfolding. The universe is delivering to you, for you, and through you. Okay, so we got that. I just want to go to the Kipperish deck and see what else it is that we need to know for your highest and greatest good. Okay, there's been a lot of emotional, Spirit is saying a lot of emotional healing this month. And it's through the emotional healing that you've healed the mental bodies, the mental mind. You've gained clarity mentally, like you're busting through those illusions. Okay, so let's see what we've got here. We've got the Kipperish deck. You're no longer in bondage. Look at this. You can't even make this up. You're in alignment with your true divine self. You are in alignment. You're the old way of being. This is what you are leaving behind. Look at that, beautiful soul. You did it. And we've got number 86. So look at this. It's through you letting go of the bondage that you've created space, that you are now anchored in that abundance and prosperity. Spirit is saying that you have allowed yourself to reflect and see through the illusions of that bondage, right? And now Spirit is saying what you're creating, what you're building matches your true divine essence. It matches your divine worth and value. And look at this rich girl. I'm telling you what. Does not, once again, Spirit is saying, doesn't matter how you identify. You're anchored. You're embodied in the divine feminine. You are balanced. And Spirit is saying it's because of the healing that you've been doing. It's through you, the fire. You've worked with the dragons. You've worked with, maybe it's like Odin, Hecate, Freya, Persephone. You've allowed yourself to go to those dark areas. And now like the sacred wealth is coming in, but so are the manifestations. Look at this, number 12 DNA activation. I'm telling you what, you're on a whole nother level now, and you can feel this. Spirit is saying for some of you, you can feel this. You can feel the shift. You may not understand it, but you feel it and you're going with it because you trust in it, because you're seeing now with clarity of what you've been going through, what you've been releasing, what you've been healing, what you've been alchemizing, that you're heart-centered. Like you are very aligned in that heart center, okay? So once again, with all those earth cards and the fire cards that we got from the Angel Tarot Oracle, this is a validation to it. It's because you shifted your worth and your value. It's because now you're embodied in your worth and your value, because you allow the internal riches. Now watch how the universe delivers the external. What I just heard is you understood, beautiful soul. You understood that, I'm just going to say it like this and then I'm going to explain myself. You understood that in order for you to receive the earthly riches, that you had to understand your own riches, your own worth. You had to understand the worth and the value of your love, of just who you are, of your true divine essence. You're not too much. You're not too big. You're not too loud. You're perfect. And now, since you are embodied in that, the external world is going to start experiencing that, okay? And once again, Spirit is saying expectation. We've got expectation and time. All right. And then what I loved next to this card was distant future. You feel it. Your future is not distant at all. At one time, what I just heard was that was part of the bondage. Part of the bondage was very consumed with time, very consumed with how things played out. So this is a validation. You broke the bondage of seeing things like in a far distance. You broke the bondage of time. Okay? Spirit is saying the future, it is no longer distant. It is no longer distance. And look at this. Look at all those birds. This is about freedom. Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. It's because you are now embodied in your inner freedom. You are embodied in like loving yourself, believing in yourself, trusting in yourself. Spirit is saying those people are coming in. And it's not in the distant future, okay? It is not as far as you think it is. And then we have the love spell. So once again, Spirit says, you broke the bondage. There was the way that people try to dismiss you, the way that people try to put you down, to suppress you so that you wouldn't love yourself, so that you wouldn't believe in yourself, because they saw in your magic the whole entire time. And your light, your magic, your love irritated their dark parts, irritated the things that needed to be healed within them. And this love spell, it's because you are embodied in self-love and self-worth. It's because you broke chains from others, especially those who are the closest to you, of making you feel like you are not worthy to be loved. Hell no, you broke that. You broke that chain. And because of that, now you are embodied in that self-love. This is another validation that those people who truly believe in you, support you, see the healing that you've done, they're coming in and helping you in some way to either expand the manifestation, whatever business that you are creating, building, or thinking about creating and building, it's coming in, beautiful soul. Okay? You cannot make this up. Look at this. Destiny 10. This is about brand new beginnings. You are doing this. You are fulfilling your destiny. You have healed the past. This is the new you. You are the light. You've always held the light, but Spirit is saying you understand now. You understand that you had to go through certain trials and tribulations. You're understanding how you are making you're making a new pathway through the chains that you've broke. Your light is getting brighter. We've got number 17. So once again, 1 + 7, that transforms to 8. This is about abundance, because you are now embodied in spiritual abundance and prosperity. Now the material, the external is coming. Spirit is saying you wrapped up the old way of life. I'm telling you what, you guys, whatever you have been doing, whatever, you are setting yourself free. You're not only setting yourself free, you're setting your lineage free. And you're going to be teaching others how to do it as well. Look at, you're no longer in bondage of holding back your calling. You're no longer suppressing your purpose. You're no longer sacrificing, is what I just heard. So let's go to work your light and see what else we've got going on. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, angels. Thank you to the collective of the highest vibrations. Okay, look at this. You said yes. You said yes to your transformation. And I think we got these exact same 2 cards the other day. Yes. Someone said, even in the stillness, you are transforming. Spirit is saying, don't get it twisted. Uno in reverse. Just because it's still, that's an action, beautiful soul. That is an action, okay? And look at this. You're bringing balance to the divine feminine and masculine. Look at this. Highlighting upper chakras, the way that you are connected to your higher self, to your spirit team. If you, someone here's a starseed. So starseed, those very higher vibrational interdimensional beings, okay? So yes, you are going through another transformation. It's like one transformation after another. It's like it's like as soon as you complete or wrap up a karmic cycle. I just heard, as soon as you learn the lesson, boom, another transformation. Like, it's going to be very quick. And on Friday, we have a full moon. Spirit is saying this, yes, this is going to lead to a deeper transformation, especially of the higher chakras, okay? So now I just want to go and see what archangels are leading the path with us in this energy, okay? Oh, woo. All right, so we've got 4 angels. Once again, you are divinely and heavily protected, but it's through the healing, it's through what you've been clearing out, it's through the bondage of limiting belief. Especially, it's like you were bonded to the old system and you didn't think you could get out of it, but Spirit's saying you did it, you are doing it, you continue to do it, and because of that, you've created such a beautiful internal sanctuary, protection, security, and stability. And because of that, what you're creating, what you're building, and the people you're pulling in are very much in alignment of that frequency. So you can't even make this up, you guys. Archangel Raguel, waves of healing. Archangel Raziel, the inner workings. Ariel, sacred activist and moving mountains. Spirit is saying you became your own activist. You became your own activist and you broke the bondages. You broke the bondage of limiting beliefs. You broke the bondage of being too much. Like all those limiting beliefs and old teaching, the old system. You became your sacred activist. You dropped in. You're the lion. You're the lioness. Okay, you became your activist and you embodied the inner workings, and through that you created massive waves of healing, especially around that throat chakra. Now they keep taking me to the throat and the mind. So you've healed a lot of physical, mental, emotional, verbal abuse. Spirit is saying, like, the way that you were treated, the way that you were spoken to really had an effect on your mind, how you perceived yourself. Spirit is saying, you have removed yourself from that bondage, and you are the love spell. It's like whatever you cleared out now, you are the love spell. It's through the unconditional love that you've given yourself that you are the love spell. And people see your light. People see your light. They're like, if he, or they can go through what they can go through and their light's that bright, I gotta ask them. How they do that. I need to learn from them. But once again, it's through you becoming your own activist. Spirit is saying, you're moving the mountains. Faith, I'll tell you what, she is strong and she is hot this month. And look at transformation again. Third eye. It is through the upper higher heart chakra, through your voice. Once again, because the limiting beliefs, they had an effect on the teachings, the way people treated you. It did have an effect on your whole entire system. But Spirit is saying within like June, July, August, but especially August, really clearing of the mind, which is now opening up that third eye. Like you see with clarity who you truly are. You see with clarity. You have Spirit saying you have complete faith and trust in the known and the unknown, the seen and the unseen. You did that because you did the inner workings. It's because you're like, enough is enough. I'm not going to be in bondage anymore. I'm a freaking divine limitless being. I'm a master manifester. I am a supreme alchemist. And because of that, you ignited healing of self-love, of worth and value. And because of that, you moved mountains. You literally moved mountains that you were in bondage with. okay? Not just from this lifetime, but I really feel like it's from all lifetimes, okay? So we got some angel numbers here. Holy frick, 1919, transformation, beautiful soul. If you were questioning if you're in another transformation, yes, yes, you are. But it's not just you. It's your manifestations. It's what you're creating and building. Because you have created this beautiful, massive transformation, and now you're embodied in it, the business, the things that you're creating and building. Spirit is saying, if things look slow, trust in this transformation. This is a calibration. This is getting you ready for the abundance and prosperity that is coming in that you didn't see. This is a whole nother chapter. And look at 1919. It is through the releasing that you have wrapped up the old cycle. You have now wrapped up the bondage that no longer exists in this timeline. One, this is breakthroughs coming in physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, in higher states of consciousness and awareness. You are in Christ consciousness. You are in such deep alignment with the universe that it's like when you ask for something, you either are getting it like instantaneously or pretty quick, or you get some really fascinating synchronicity, okay? And then we've got 1313, creativity. Look at the 3, you guys. This is about another level of self-mastery. And it's because you are in this internal level of self-mastery, this next level. Even the way that you're creating is on a whole nother level, okay? What you're creating, what you're building, what you're manifesting. But what I'm feeling like this is like really business-wise, like Spirit is saying the way that you're creating, whether your business is through art or maybe you don't have a business yet, but I'm telling you what, if you've been thinking about starting a business, this is your validation, 1313, 1919. It's through your inner transformation that the way that you create, the way that you are manifesting is on another level. Spirit's saying it is through what you release, this next level of self-mastery, massive breakthroughs coming in. Physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially. Spirit is saying, you think you're connected to me now? You think you're connected to your higher self? Here, hold on. Let me show you just how crazy beautiful. Let me show you how extraordinary it can be, okay? So that, my beautiful friends, is the message today. If you're ready to embody this, hit the heart, hit the like, put 1313, put 1919, Archangel Raziel, Archangel Faith, Archangel Ariel, and what was the other angel? I can't remember. I think it was, we have Faith, Raguel. So until we meet again, my beautiful friends, love, light, and many, many blessings.